This week, the trailers were released for two upcoming films called No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits. They both come out next year, one in January and one in July, and the funny thing is that they both have the exact same premise. Exact. So like I said, both trailers were released this week, one today, one yesterday. If you would like to check them out right now to compare for yourself, you can check the links in the info. So the premise of both films is basically the same. Like I said, you got two friends that decide to get intimate, have sex, what have you, and they become more than friends. But they don't want to be more than friends because they're friends, but they want to have sex. So it's not exactly a groundbreaking concept, it's just funny that both trailers were released this week and they both come out next year. It's interesting. But the connections do not stop there. To quickly sum both movies up for you, No Strings Attached is directed by Ivan Reitman and stars Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman, and Friends with Benefits is directed by Will Gluck and stars Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. Based on the trailers alone, No Strings Attached definitely seems to be the cutesy romantic comedy, while Friends with Benefits seems like more of a raunchy comedy. So they're both different, I guess, style-wise, comedy-wise, it looks like. But, like I said, obviously, as you can just very easily see, the premise is the same. So the connections that are interesting to me are that Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman star in Black Swan together, and they actually are kind of rivals in that movie, and they're in kind of rivaling movies, technically, for next year. You know, one's in one and one's in the other, so that's kind of interesting. The other interesting thing is that Mila Kunis was on That 70s Show with Ashton Kutcher for, you know, who knows how long, so that's another kind of, you know, they're friends, right? They work together and they're going at it now. So, I don't know, I just think that's interesting. The whole thing is very, very interesting. To be honest with you, which am I more excited for? Hands down, Friends with Benefits. No Strings Attached looks kind of just, I don't know, kind of lame to me. Not lame, but Ashton Kutcher's in it, and I really don't care for Ashton Kutcher. He doesn't really pick good movies, you know, so especially if he's producing this, I don't know if he is, but if he is, God, it's not going to be good. But then on the other hand, you've got Natalie Portman, who is awesome, and she's in it, so what the hell? And Ivan Reitman's directing it. He did Ghostbusters and stuff, but he also did My Super Ex-Girlfriend, so who knows? This one's really up in the air. However, Friends with Benefits, that I can easily get behind. Mila Kunis, awesome. Justin Timberlake, amazing. Will Gluck, I love Will Gluck. I loved Fired Up, I loved Easy A, and I will probably love Friends with Benefits. So, going between No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits, I'm going to probably assume that I'm going to enjoy Friends with Benefits more. I have no idea, obviously, there's only trailers available right now, and going by the cast, but that's pretty much my guess for right now. I'm kind of interested in seeing both of them, to be honest with you, but Friends with Benefits, that's where I'm putting my money. Only problem for Friends with Benefits is that it comes out in July, and No Strings Attached comes out in January. So the average general public moviegoer who doesn't know anything will probably assume that they stole the idea, you know, without looking into it and seeing that Friends with Benefits actually had registered their name before No Strings Attached even became No Strings Attached, because it was originally going to be called Friends with Benefits, and then it was even earlier than that going to be called Buddies, and I censored myself. That was not even edited. I think that F Buddies would have been a hilarious name. It couldn't obviously be shown completely, but that would have been hilarious. But it doesn't look like it would be called that because, like I said, it looks like the more cutesy romantic comedy one. And I could just keep talking for hours about this, obviously, because I am rambling like crazy. Let me bring this ridiculously long video to a close now. Which do you think is going to be better, or what do you think of either of them? Whatever. No Strings Attached, Friends with Benefits. Let me know in the comments what you think of both trailers. Like I said, they are in the info if you want to check them out. Let me know which you're looking forward to more, which you think is going to be better, whatever you want, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about here. Let me know in the comments. As soon as I hear anything else about Friends with Benefits, I'll probably cover that more than the other one, but we'll see. As soon as I hear about either of them, I suppose, I will let you guys know, and that's pretty much it.